actually, most of the time, the tension from the work will get at the convention everybody wants to. So I believe that the bar and the bench should sit together, discuss the detail. And my suggestion is transfer your continuing education to the Judicial Institute so that lawyers when they will have sufficient time to engage the lecture and going to achieve something. Because won't be where we are 4 years down, all of the bench will be gone. You will see that, and you will see that the frustration will go through. Lawyer come to the court totally unprepared. They spend more time looking for their evidence when they ask questions. This means that something is wrong. So we need continual education with specific reference to how you write your brief, how you present your case to the Supreme Court, questions that you expect to come to you. Because you can't keep bringing your own case and the question is posed to you. Counselor, what is this that
Let me say the very pleasant good afternoon and welcome. Today is Monday, the 25th of August, AD 2025. Today is the official celebration of the National Flag Day. And let me say uh, a compliment of the Flag Day celebration to every Liberian across Liberia and the diaspora, where you are celebrating as we observe the day the flag of Liberia was officially hosted. Good afternoon and welcome. The time is 25 minutes past 4 p.m. and this is the Roundtable on Blaze Radio 90.7. Archie say Bob Yene, your regular presenter and host of the Roundtable. Keep tuned as we bring you words from our correspondent. And of course, we will dive into the CDC eviction and demolition process that was over the weekend. They're going to be our more focused. The standard bearer or political leader of the CDC spoke on that matter in a podcast. We're going to talk about that earlier on today at 5 p.m. But up next, right after this musical and introduction ceremony of the program, we're going to bring you the correspondents from across the country. There in Grand Gita County, in Lofa Bonk, Nimba, River says, Maryland, Bummy, whatsoever you are, I'd like to say good afternoon. My name is Archie, say Bob Yene, and I'm here with you as we take this break to be right back. Coming back with the correspondent segment of the show this afternoon. Welcome. Oh, yes, indeed. What a wonderful way to say welcome to this Monday's edition, the first edition of the week, and today it is the first working day of the week, Monday, and this program runs from Mondays to Fridays from 4:15 to 6 o'clock. It's a 1 hour 45 minutes presentation, and it's always with me, Archie Sebob. We take this break and we'll come back. We'll bring you words from our correspondent. Let's take this.
Fatuma kaikani mini ya kola. Alakaloi kumikela. Alakaloi kumikela. Alakaloi kumikela. Alakaloi kumikela.
Oh yes, Fatumata. We cross over straight in Grand Kemo County. Grand Kemo County, one of the historic counties of Liberia, Vaha, reporter Mark Roger. Good afternoon, Mark. And how is Grand Kemo County?
Relatively, we are good and we are moving very fine.
How was the weekend?
Praise be to God. At least we are still content, money living, and happy to do this people's work.
And that's the major thing. You are counted among the living because many were waiting to see this day and they were unable. But it's good to have you on the round table this afternoon as the people of Morovia and its surrounding listen to you.
Thank you so kindly. I'm available.
Well, Mark, quickly bring us details of this development where two, according to you, are undergoing investigation by the Liberia National Police for allegedly abusing a 1 year old child with alcohol and pills, and that's troubling, Mark. What is this development?
Yeah, indeed. As you rightly said, it sounds troubling. The 1 year old child in question mother went to the creek at the early hour of Thursday, the 21st of August last week,
Hmm.
went to wash this 1 year old child uh, clothes at the creek and left the child with some family member. And upon her return, she saw the child lying down helpless.
Wow.
And from one end to another, she was informed that the child was in the Carson hand, the bigger guy's hand, and the guys were on the liquor table and decided to provide this child the same liquor they started drinking, mixing it up with tramadol
Wow.
and gave it to this 1 year old child. And the child went helpless. So, knowing that condition, the mother she was quickly advised to take the child to the hospital, and she went to a nearby clinic. The nearby clinic could now really stabilize the condition,
Hmm.
and the clinic referred them quickly to one of the bigger facilities at Bowolosa, the Wau health facility built by the ECOWAS. So they went there, and the nurses uncles were able to stabilize the condition of the little child. But the two guys are right now in police custody, undergoing investigation why they had to do such. One is identified as Vani Soni, the other man is only identified as Sumaila. So the two are the ones that are in police custody currently undergoing interrogation.
So, following the preliminary questioning of the two alleged suspects, what have they said so far?
Well, they, you know, it's not only unique to Cape Mount. Uh, most parents also go about doing so.
Hmm.
Uh, and that's how the children become indoctrinated especially if a father is a smoker, you send a little child go and buy a
Yeah, go
cigarette.
buy me cigarette. Some of them
Y-
smoking and blowing the smoke in the face of the child.
Yeah, yeah, and seeing the child, soon you buy the child's buy a cigarette, fire father stay right in the midst of the child, hold fire on it, put it in the mouth. So what do you expect that child? And is the scene almost like uh trying to, because they are alcoholic, the little child 1 year to look at such a child and give them liquor. It's just something that they were doing. We can't say ignorantly, but the fact matter now they are they are getting in conflict with the law, and that's how everyone is saying that the law should take a course.
So,
Thank God,
uh,
thank God, the little child. I spoke with the child grandfather this morning. He's recovering
okay.
as per the details the day that thing happened for the past 2 days. But right now, the grandfather is saying that at least he's recovering.
So,
The condition is
Mark,
becoming stable. Yeah.
when the child was taken to the health facility, was it the nurses that detected that this child was under the influence of alcohol?
Yes, it was the nurses that determined that. You see, and from the communities that those that were in the community, they
Hmm.
saw the act. They
Okay.
never heard it from the mother when the mother came and the mother started asking, what happening? She got concerned. The people were the one that, oh, these brother that you led with child with, they were the one drinking, and we saw them putting similar cup in the child mouth. You
Wow.
see, and people consider it sometimes something common, but it is life threatening, really. You see.
It's also troubling because 1 year old child is so troubling. Mark, on the other development, the Unity Party Youth Congress Retrieve ended with the county youth leadership in your county accusing the elected and national leadership of neglect. Will you bring
Yes,
us to speak as the members of the ruling party complaining of neglect?
yes. The retreat actually took place on Saturday in Tierney Town at the district commissioner compound, and it brought together hundreds of young people from across the five administrative districts,
Mm.
and they were able to discuss what are some of the problems they are faced with, and that was in the presence of the national youth chair of the ruling unity party, Mervin. He was present, and we also had the first vice chair of the party, who happened to be Great Cape County Senator Daba Vabla. She was also present. The former National Youth Chair, Wan Lansana, and Olahara K, they were all present at this occasion. And the young people did not mention awards. They said uh, the party has already won. We campaigned, we went areas, night and day. We have won the election. People are not even looking at us, even thinking about scholarships. We need scholarships. Some of us are graduates from college. We want scholarships to advance ourselves. We want scholarship. Those who are not educated to go to vocational education. We need scholarship, or we need job opportunity with the company they're operating. These are things that they say they're expecting from their leaders, but no one cares for them. In fact, nobody thinking about them. Those are allegations leveled against them. And the vice chair, Senator Daba, said what all they are saying is true, and she's the chair. She said that the government currently have employed over 40,000 Liberians, and everybody cannot be absorbed in government, but they should all pray that when the needs come, when the available spaces are established, they will find me to absorb some of them. Those who want to go to vocational college, vocational education, the youth, National Youth Chair told them that the NVTC have provided 5 scholarship for people, so they should submit the name. So, but it was good that they have made their case, and these are things that they say at that convention, and they provided a resolution and sent it to the national office. They said that the national going to take it to the executive meeting and see how better they can discuss some of these things and start paying some attention to their plights.
Well, that was wonderful. And at long last, at the Bow Waterside Leadership Crisis seems to be resolved. Will you bring us a little detail on that?
Yes, Bogorosa is a commercial hub for Kipman. You have a port, a land port uh, where goods and services pass, just as Ganta is. So, and it has a population of a little over 2,000 residents living there. It's a border point between Liberia and Sierra Leone. So it becomes so uh, big when they are going to election, talking about leadership in the identical area. So last year, November,
Mm.
they went to election about a town chief because of the little money that comes from the different sections. So everybody want to get involved into the leadership structure. So two party was established and they went to election. One Zwana Co won the election, but the opposition said no, they cannot allow that the superintendent have to take an immediate action to safeguard the community. Brought in an interim administration that been in place from November last year until yesterday, Sunday. It was on Friday. The representative of the district, Mrs. Soni Feka, managed to bring all the party on board and try to see how better they can cement their relationship. How she did it? Power sharing administration. You have won an election, relinquish some power to the opposition. So everybody will be there as a check and balance to know what the other people have been fighting to come in government. Let the CA too. And that's how that power sharing administration was established. Finally, yesterday, they were inducted into office. Everybody celebrated yesterday, and they have all agreed to work cooperatively for the final march of Bowolosa so that they can all achieve the betterment of that community.
Thank you so much, Mark Roger. I hope to join you tomorrow for another update from your county. It was wonderful having you on the show today.
Thank you also for having me, and we pray that the God Almighty will continue to safeguard us or keep us alive so we will keep working for
Sure.
our people in Liberia. Thank you so kindly.
The voice of Mark Roger from Grand Kimon County there on the roundtable. Indeed, Fatumata. What a wonderful song here. Again, on the round table, we move to Grand Gita County, where we have our very professional media colleague, Abraham Cooper, there in the county to file us report as the immigration service, the Liberia Immigration Service, there he wrote about 48,000 Burkina Bees in the county. Abraham will bring us some detail on that story. Good afternoon, Abraham. How's Grand Gita County?
Good afternoon, Achina. Good afternoon to our many listeners. Granjira is relatively fine this time.
Well, will you provide our details information on the enrollment of over 48,000 Burkina Bees national in Grand Gita County within 3 months period?
Yeah, the information is correct. As you may be aware, about 3 months ago, President Joseph Juma Boakat was able to give the Liberia Immigration Service the go-ahead, most especially in the southeastern part of Liberia, to enroll all of the Burkina Faso nationals within the various counties in the South Key. So predicated upon that the Liberian Immigration Service Grand Jury Detachment. The process started since May 20 and it ended on August 20, 2025. So during the closing or the climax of the enrollment process, the commander of the Liberia Immigration Service, in collaboration with the chief of operations, that is the deputy chief of operation of the Liberia Immigration Service, they were able to enroll, according to them, 48,000 Burkinabe nationals only in Grand Juda County. But actually, what's surprising is with this total number of Burkinabe that have been enrolled in the country, many Nigerians have been raising a line that the number is so or is too huge. So they are calling on the local country authorities and that of the national government to see reason to, by sending some of them back. But when we spoke to the deputy chief of operation of the Liberia Immigration Service, he told us that since the people have already enrolled, for this time they cannot send them back with the exception of those who are just coming or who want to enter the country. So the chief of operation mandated the commander and that of the entire workforce of the Liberian Immigration Service not to allow any Burkinabe, since the process have already closed, they should not allow anybody to enter the country. So the chief of operation, when we spoke to him during the closing program, he also told us that in a month from now, the next thing that follow, that is the phase 2, is the pet mate where they're going to be receiving a pet mate, and each of the pet mate costs 150 United States dollars.
So during the enrollment process, what were the formalities followed? What were criteria met before they were enrolled?
They were not having any specific criteria, and in fact, the registration was absolutely free. The only thing criteria that lead to that was you bring your two passport size photo, and you also come along with the owner of the forest, the person who own the forest, and these are two criteria that were set up: two passport size photo with the owner of the forest. You come along with this, and then you
is concerned about the enrollment of over 48,000 people. That's huge. So how is the government or local authority there intending managing these people? Because over the period of time, we've been hearing a lot of conflict report from there where they will be fighting among themselves over property and so forth.
It is predicated upon this that the citizens are raising concern, and in fact, as we speak, on yesterday we received reliable information from Kurumbo Electoral District number 2, where another group of Burkinabe was also fighting among themselves. But when we spoke to the superintendent of the country on the Chester Grant, he told us that can have been restored, but they are working on modality to see how best they can work in line with the Liberian Immigration Service, not to accept any Burkinabe for now to enter the country. And that's part they are seeing reason, or they are working with the national or the head office of the LRS to see how best the number can be reduced, because it's so huge. And in fact, some citizens are raising concern that in the future, some of them will even, in fact, intend to run for public office in the country as well.
Yeah.
And some of them, as we speak, they are residing here, and they started, because some of them who've been here since 4-5 years ago. They then, they started having children by, Nigerians already. So the country authorities, according to him, they are working on modality to see how best they can send some of them to reduce the number. But it's still in consultation, and they say you're going to get to oil in the soonest possible time, as soon as everything goes on well.
Well, we hope to get more details on that as it unfolds, because for the 8,000 is a huge number. On the other hand, ahead of the 2029 presidential and representative election, Abraham, you reporting that veteran General Lloyd Farley has declared his intention, if the Kavala district should be declared as a district to contest. Will you bring us detail to that information?
Yeah, the information is correct. As you may be aware, Kavarat Administrative District, like Gwenjira, consists of about 8 administrative districts, and Kavara Administrative District is one of those districts. And according to the 2022 Housing and Population of Census, the district have reached to about 80% of becoming an electoral district. So, predicated upon this, one of the young and renowned journalists in the country, in person of Lord John Fale, has over the weekend declared his intention to contest in that particular district comes 2029. If and only if it is declared as an electoral district comes before 2029. And according to Mr. Fare, over the weekend, we made a declaration to media practitioners in a press conference. He said the young people are not too young to leave, and the young people, they should not be just spectators in their own economy. So there is a time and call on the young people to support his dream comes 2029 because he have the 100% assurance that before 2029, the Kavara district will be declared as an electoral district.
Thank you so much, Abraham. Hope to get you tomorrow with more details of information from Grand Jide County.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being part of the show.
The voice of Abraham Cooper from Grand Jide County. We now take this break from our sponsors. When we come back, we move to Bond County where Ramsey Clark is pretty seated to bring us more information. Let's take this from our sponsor to be right back.
Hey man, they wanna try again? Who can I get to dig me a good well now?
Princess, why are you stressing yourself? Have you tried the Sina Group Limited, the water solution people?
What? Who? Sina Group Limited? I don't want any Babati people again.
No, these are not Babati people. The Sina Group Limited is reliable, efficient, and nobody comes close to them when it comes to water drilling. They specialize in borehole drilling, and before they drill, they check to make sure the environment and create boreholes to reach the right target.
Wow, these people must be professionals.
Of course, they are professionals and the best in town. This is the good part. They carry out routine maintenance and repair work to keep your well in good shape and ensure your pump system is working properly. They recommend the right type of submersible or jet pumps to feed your well.
So where are they located?
One more thing, Princess. The Sina Group Limited can even check your old well and make work again. The Sina Group Limited, they are on Mars. They have cutting edge technology, trusted, and they put their mouth where their money is. You can contact them on the following cell numbers: 0777 393950, 0888 701 391. Better still, you can email them on at info@sinagrouplimited.com or visit their website www.sinagrouplimited.com. You can contact them near Zone 3 Police Station on Tottenham Boulevard in Concord Town. Sina Group Limited, the leaders in water drilling. Tell them we sent you.
Can't dance to save myself, but see I started the road. Guilty pleasures I take part in those. Disconnect the internet, feeling intellectual.
What a beautiful song From the Princess Fatu Gay Law, we move now in Bond County where Ramsey Clark is pretty seated. Good afternoon, Ramsey House, Central Liberia.
Good afternoon to the team, all those listening. Central Liberia is cool, just that we'll be experiencing lot rainfall in recent time,
Okay.
and today the same thing.
Been a while. So, authorities of Goka Town in electoral district number 5 have expressed disappointment in some of the politicians of the county over alleged failure to fulfill campaign promises made during the electionary period, and that somebody would say has become almost a tradition in Liberia. Will you bring us detail of that development?
That's a fact. As we speak currently, the authorities are disenchanted in those politicians. They listed several other politicians from the county,
Including
including Senator Prince Moise, Senator Johnny Bay, Representative Eugene Colley, Samuel Bono, former Senator Henry Tupa. So they said during election during period, this politician visited the town, and there they made several promises to them. Up to now, they yet to fulfill any of the promises made to them. So I said they are disappointed in them. Government, those of them in government, to go back to the town and fulfill those promises, because there's a grappling with honor development, several other challenges ranging from the roads, lack of health facility. You also have in terms of sanitation, safe drinking. So anytime a politician goes there, the authority will always beseech the politician to address some of these challenges. So up to now, these politicians, visited the town and they yet to fulfill any of the promises made to them. So they're very disenchanted. They are saying that if the politicians cannot go back to fulfill these promises in 2029 elections or future elections, they will vote them out, or they may not even take part in elections anymore.
Wow. But have they been able to reach out to those lawmakers in person, maybe through a formal communication, reminding them about their promises made?
According to them, they place repeated calls, and sometimes they had in-person meeting with these politicians, but up to now their calls have gone unanswered. The politicians are yet to fulfill these different promises despite fronting efforts made by the authority in getting to them. So they disenchanted. They had no other option but to use the media, because using the media would draw greater attention. Many of them supporter be listening, some of them will also be listening, and from the media, they may know how the people there are suffering. So that's how they talk the media.
Okay. So similar situation was happened between Representative Colette, James Colette, and some of the Christian community there in Bon County. It was on the media hauling when he went there, latching at the Christian community there about how they didn't campaign for him and so forth. So now that this is also happening in the electoral district number 5, or what are citizens thinking about in future election in terms of holding people by words they speak during campaign time?
Well, what the citizens said, particularly in Goka Town, they're saying that if this politician cannot go back to them to fulfill these promises in future election, they will not vote them, and they may likely not take part in any elections in future. The issue of politicians abandoning promises is something that is only increasing the county. And like Representative James Colette is one person who is under scrutiny for now fulfilling promises made to people, with the latest one from the church. there are several people from District 2 which he represents. Disenchanted in his leadership. Some are saying that uh, this is his last term in the lower chamber. So they were now voting, the youth president and other youth of District 2 also voicing disappointment and saying that they cannot vote James Cole anymore. The fact that he made promises to them and see him to be a very youthful person, he could make the change. That's the reason they stood with him. But
Okay.
as it stands, he's yet to fulfill or bring to completion some of the things he said. So the very disenchanted same situation in Goka town, and many of the politicians, some are senators, some are past senators, some are representatives, some contested and did not win.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ramsey, for that fluent and beautiful report.
It's been a pleasure, and thanks to the team, there for always connecting with us as we report issues from our counties.
The voice of Ramsey Clark from Bon County. Thank you so much, folks. And hey, Fatumata. Folks, welcome back. Good to be back after Ramsey Clark climax today's segment of the program, the roundtable with the correspondent segment from Bon County reporting that people in Goka town expressing disappointment in lawmakers and people who made promises during the election time and failed to fulfill those promises. And this, like I said, has almost become a tradition in the body politics in our democracy where people will make promises, failed to fulfill them when they are elected or whenever they lose elections. So I think these repercussions serve as a warning, a deterrent to you, the electrics, as to who you elect, who you give power to, who you campaign for, what are they bringing to you, what are their platforms, instead of making just mere campaign promises. Do not hope on those politicians. What you should do is to vet them properly, scrutinize them, get the facts from in them before they are elected. Other than that, it will just be the same way around. The same complaint will continue to go here and there. But hey, today is the official celebration of the National Flag Day, and a formal a formal occasion is being held and the Justice Minister Oswald Toy represented the president at the official ceremony, where the president arrived from Japan over the weekend. Maybe due to some other reason he could not attend. But overall, the president of the Republic of Liberia did not attend today's celebration, the official ceremony of the National Flag Day. So, as part of the occasion at the BTC Barrack there in Monrovia, the president was not part. And to some extent, political pundits and critics have already started using that medium as a means to criticize the president for failing not to attend. Even the vice president, the speaker, they are currently in Nimba, in Boyton Town Electoral District number 8, where they are also celebrating similar occasion there in Boyton, Nimba County, District number 8. You have the speaker of the House of Representatives, the vice president of Liberia, they are all in Nimba, and the president too could not attend the ceremony at the BDC. So that means almost all of the officials did not attend the event today, but rather sent prosit. But how be it, we just thought to bring you a little bit of information on that so you can get what happens today. That's not our talking point. Hey, before we go to our main talking point, let me bring you this from former President George Weah. Let me bring you this from former President George Weah. Weah has this.
Fully exhausted, the trickle-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Bouaka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Bouaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, they made the chairs of their partisans. They failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we amid these difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bouaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process. Despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Before the matter was fully exhausted, the happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Waka himself, spent.
Oh yes, oh yes. The voice of money. That's the voice of money. Gbekungbe, 4K clone, former President George Manawea. Folks, welcome to the roundtable here on Blaze Radio. My name is Achi Sebop. But let me read you out what he said here. There are a few things he said that was now also captured in that audio. And this is the official statement from the former President George Weah as he speaks on CDC's eviction and party demolition. Fellow Liberians, I have received today news of the eviction and destruction of our party headquarters. Unfortunately and regrettably, as this is, I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process. In the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and a respectful coexistence among all Liberians irrespective of parties, social ethnicity, or tribal affiliation, fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government's gross disregard for the rule of law, embodied by impunity. We continue to abuse power, texting our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grow daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. You must, however, take the high road in the interest of peaceful coexistence. I urge everyone to remain kind, law abiding, and respectful to due process despite this partisan political mischief from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court's final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the matter was fully exhausted, before this matter was finally absorbed, the trigger happy partisan leadership of the police force with the right instruction from Boaka himself spurred into action. This was not a lawful invasion. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill the very which Boaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. while executing the criminal act amid the cheers of their partisans. They fail to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration's reckless behavior in its quest to, to solicit power. Uh, so the president continued, priorities will push them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later, thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience. Well, we should be dispersed. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situation, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have engaged, we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Boaka are destroyers, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state of the art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to the heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we shall build. You you are survivor by history. We are blessed with the spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortunes. The unity, remember the unity, the strength and identity of our party and coalitions are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of the teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every members of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus on engaging and constituting our next promise. I must be I must be clear. Resist the temptation to take the law into your hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about our political future. Together, we will build a better homeland for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia. And that was from Welcome Foke Clon George Manning. We are former president of the Republic of Liberia. You know, the good thing I love about seditions, the good thing I love about these people and their political party is that they are resilient. They are, yes, to be real, they are people of resilience. They keep courage. And that should be the bedrock of every individual, to keep courage, be courageous, motivate yourself because nobody will do for you. But here is the thing, I will just be swift. in info analysis. We said this before. We have said it numerous times. The other time when I discussed this, somebody say, oh, you can push citizens against people and other things. Look, why it is true that people are still believing that this is a political calculated plan executed by this regime, it is also paramount to understand that the CDC itself as a party, the CDC itself as a party has been reckless to herself. Likewise, other political parties who continue to remain reckless to themselves only when they are not in power and actions are being taken, people say, oh, it is this other party, it is this other party. Look, no political party, besides Morovia, go across the country, all of the political parties now, their headquarters, grass have grown there, they are abandoned, and people don't have time until elections are coming. I said this the other day. CDC for 12 years was in opposition. CDC for 6 years was a political party that owned the country back then for 6 years. In fact, the court order today that is being implemented, in this 2025 was way back in 2016 that this evasion process started, and today it is being executed under the Unity Party regime. The law of our country must be respected. Even though the belief of political mastermind are there, and that can never be erased because that's the trajectory the country is following now. That's the path the country is following now. So people will continue to express that. You forget about yourself. If I hear the former president saying a committee is being constituted, for the construction of the state-of-the-art headquarters of the CDC, why now? The political party that brought you to Florentials, not just the CDC, I'm saying this to every other political party. People of the political parties prefer to build their homes and forget about the party that bring them to public, that make people know their names. Former president, we are talking about constituting committee to build CDC headquarters. Do you know how many mansions and condominiums Weah built for himself when he was president? Thomas Fala today, who is on the other side and have left the CDC, the Sir Joseph, Jefferson Koji, the Moba Molu, who today not part of the CDC and is an activist. The Akaras Gray, who today say his district 8 office will be the temporary office of the CDC. Those are people who were in government. They have served government through this very CDC. The Fonanti Kofa, the former Speaker Buffer Chambers, those are people, key people, who the CDC, who came to leadership under the auspices of the CDC. They have built homes, mansions for themselves. But the only thing you said there, you tell your partisan that the party is not in cement and the mortar, but rather the heart of the people. That's being inhuman, it's being disgraceful. In fact, you sat there, your headquarters of 2 decades plus, they swept you from there instead of respectfully exiting the area. Maybe they'll say, oh, we have built our new headquarters, we're transitioning from this headquarters to our new headquarters. But now, because you have been evaded from that property, shamefully, disgracefully, dishearteningly, you're going to construct a new party headquarters. It's being disgraceful. It's being disgraceful. Seditions is shame to you people. You're living in mansions, you're the executive, you're living in mansions. But the party does not have headquarters. I know your argument will be, oh, we not failed to pay our rent, we failed to do this. You failed. for the fact that over 2 decades in opposition to 12 years come to power, you still feel to build your own headquarters. It's a shame to you. And this will serve as a warning. This will serve as a warning to other political parties. The Unity Party, they are saying that you people were driven from your headquarters because you failed to pay rent. They took you from there. You say, oh, now because we are administration. You say, oh, that CDC masterminded that today CDC believing you people, this was masterminded by you. So it's a disgrace that political parties will be coming here and don't have their own headquarters. They don't have their own property, but when they come to power, they forget about themselves. Today, United Party in power, they're still renting. They're having more, what his name? Army Modal's property still as their headquarters. Tomorrow, when they Army Modal in some kind of Rickman role, and they cannot afford to be there when different administration in power, they say, oh, the administration did this. And they continue to do the blame game, fooling you, the citizens that go there, pay your loyalty, you pay your due to them. This is how heartless the people you believe in as leader are to you. You see how shameful it was? Do you know how many people property were damaged? Do you know how many businesses were damaged on Saturday when we went to that area? You know how many family members crying because their businesses were destroyed? You know how they are feeling today? You could see the tears in their eyes. And you know, one thing I must say to you that I appreciate you for is because you listen to your political leader and you didn't make any attempt to resist. That was the only sound thing that you did, not to resist. That was the only sound thing. And I think it's enough for the CDC. So you sat there, your party headquarters was being taken away because you failed to willingly move to earn that respect. So it's up to you. The disgrace came to you, not to anybody. It came to you. It came to your partisans. I don't care when you call on the phone and you want to lash at me, it's up to you. I don't care about that. And on the other hand, too, or the government, already you've been accused. The government, you've been accused that you masterminded that. Leaders, government officials, people who are running the state radio, who get the state radio, there are directors there, making the mini statements. Oh, mission is being accomplished. I listened to one of the directors, the deputy directors at the state broadcasting institution, D-Flow, for crying out loud, took on the social media and he went viral with that. That mission is being executed. You gave people the belief that the government actually planned this. If you some of the leaders, I listen to Fagon say, oh, D-Flow made no mistake. And other people, you see, other government officials running with that as though heaven open for them, that manna falling from heaven, that good thing coming to this government. So they embracing that your opponent living at party headquarters through your political influence as is being perceived and alleged, and you're hearing that, forgetting to know that yourself will happen to you one day. Even the police you sent there to go and execute the court order, go there to steal people's property. That was the disgraceful part of the government. A uniformed police, armed police. You have gone to execute government's the court's ruling. But you go to steal, disgraceful. You brought shame to the government, shame to your name, shame to your family. The police ever go steal attachment that is sold for less than $5 US. So the action of that police tell you that what people can say about them, the action of the police, that they believe that people have that police can steal, they have not come to, to protect life and property. You give people the belief to continue. In fact, you give them the ground to continue to say that. You know how degrading that was? You know how you brought the image of the police, how you dragged that to the mud? Though the police took action, they sent you to the standard division, disrupt you, investigate you. It was so shamey to be caught on camera, stealing. You have gone to execute properties that something that does not belong to you. Why will you take it? Why will you even make attempt to be caught on camera? It was a shame. You brought shame to the flag of Liberia. You brought shame to the nation. That's why the issue of recruitment in the national security should not be based on partisanship. Who know you? It should be based on competence and moral training. People that will bring moral value and ethics to the job. People that have the attitude was very ineptitude. An inept police officer. His ineptitude was to the 100-degree unprofessionalism, in fact, to 1,000-degree unprofessional. That police was. Do you know how many people you have made not to believe and trust in the police again? The people be afraid of you. This is how shameful it was. Do you know how many news outlets carried that news? A police officer was caught on camera stealing weave. Common attachment. Now even the human hair tapes are expensive. So what actually that officer was thinking of? Are you a woman? Was your fiancé crying behind you for weave? Said the August 24 coming, so you need to give me weave. I don't know. Was he traumatized? Was he thinking about something else? Or was he not in his correct state of mind? Was he not? You brought shame to the government. And in fact, that news alone shadow the CDC. It's why you made people forget about how CDC was taken from our office. It was shame. That alone tells people that what people say about the government. So they went there with different motive. In fact, who knows? The invasion started way around 5 a.m. Who knows what happened behind the scene? People were also caught there on camera, some of them making attempts on televisions. Things that are not for you, state security. Things that are not for you. Don't make so then what is the law and order you preserve as an officer or well-trained officer? Look, before you recruit the people there, man, it should just go beyond the physical fitness. Let people have moral value. Look, select people with moral value. People with ethical respect. People who respect their ethics. Not just anybody you take from the community, get them going, you go make them police. Partisan policing isn't correct. Folks, that's the attitude of the government. What unit does, the commander is good. You took action, yes, but how many of them have been happening behind the scene? Not just to see the city hall, how many of them been happening? You know how many people say, oh, the people they ain't really they're collecting. Some of them, when they can't get out ticket, the money can go in government revenue. Accusation about police has been numerous, and yet evidence by what that officer did on Saturday at the CDC headquarters, it was a clear evidence. A very clear evidence. Folks, this is the roundtable. If you're just joining us, I'd like to say welcome. What do you make of the invasion of the CDC and the police officers' attitude? I know the CDC was very reckless to themselves, just as every other political party continue to be reckless to themselves and forget about their party's headquarters. And when they sit there, when they be kicking them out so that they can shift blame, because all they know is to shift blame. Oh, like the other party do it. Oh, like the government do it. Now all they know. Today, that CDC, this is a warning to all of y'all. Y'all won't come to power, and y'all don't get 15 headquarters. It's a shame and disgrace to every other political party. And your market today, this is how other people will be treated. So if this government leaves power, and any government that comes after that paying debt, me I continue to say this, CDC, the mistake Liberia people will make again to make CDC to come back to power. Sorry. Liberia will be going nowhere. Liberia will be going nowhere. Any other political party that comes to power, Liberia will continue to be on this path. They're paying their mentality. There are many oppositions that have been marginalized by this government. So when they come back, they want to pay debt. So even if CDC not come to power, any other government that comes to power, not the United Party, it will be something else. So your Liberian need to pray. You need to be wise how you make decisions. You need to be wise. 0779079070887111107. Let me get this person. Hello.
Good evening to the family.
Good evening. What is your name and where you call from?
My name is Tere Mumu according to Bunafa.
Go ahead.
About the party Koroba, we the situation will look for you. Because we can be somewhere for more than a decade, and we see other people that are driven in we can work on the thing. So for that party Koroba, we look for you.
Okay.
And for the police, we always see this thing in relevant. We always see that the police, some of them, they are criminal. But we say the people deny it. We say people deny it. How much is that here I see? Even my son that they eat too, he can afford a party. They do the police officer, budget for national government. You pay good money, then you still here. So a citizen said that they have money, they have something, the government is responsible to pay. Because everybody see what the police see. So the police need to shoot for the police.
Okay.
Send the major or police director. The police are in different food.
All right.
Different food. So the police director need to cover all the things going on.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Oh God, we lost this person. 0779079070887111107 on the round table. Let's get this caller. Hello.
Okay.
What is your name?
Yeah, if I feel calling from GSO.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Chief, I just want to say thank you for the call for that day for the salary. But it won't be God, trying to activate you and talking. For the police robber, maybe the man will sing. For the 24, you go put it on here. I really look at that hair from. So we are trying with it.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
My name is Anita Kunis and I call you from my recent phone.
Go ahead.
Yeah, those two police officers disgrace their children and their girlfriend and wife and whosoever, not the government. Because you can tell me that you take it, you're taking 150 US of 1,000 labor pay. You can afford to buy $600 labor pay attachment a week that costs $5 US 1 million. We don't even have budget and afford to buy that. It's just that when you get something in your nature, you can just invest for it. Wherever you go, when you are a criminal and you see something that belongs to you, you will be easier to take it because it's part of you. It's part of it. It's part of the two of them. It's not something that they just started. You see that the reason why Trump can just be out of this country. Now, if they even say kill your director for $100 US, they can do it for common. They are not truthful. Some of them are not truthful. It's a disgrace to them. They're not even want to be in the force.
Thank
then
you.
if they smoke them, we shouldn't see them in the police anymore.
Thank you.
What's that?
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Hello. I'm good. What is your name?
Yeah, this is Joe Bongo from Weaver Community. Fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for your topic. Well, for me, I'm interested in starting home. But let's start with the issue of the headquarters. Umbrella, a national issue. I don't get for in the country. I don't get for what's here. They want to have party headquarters here. I come not get party headquarters.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't get party headquarters. The Federation of Road Transport Union ain't got no terminal yet. The President like we don't get headquarters yet. There is a national problem yet.
Okay.
But I want to say thank God that the people who went to Ukraine that did not put an energy system. But I'm surprised that all you say that they get an inflation not the police safety. The fact that they never get up to this time mean that the people are coming to win the coin election. Until they come to move that property. There is a national problem. Regarding the issue of the police, my brother, the police commander for Sumpa, that man saved my life. See the police, the motor, they take to serve and protect. Save my life. And the Sumpa station, they run away with my land key. For 1 year, 7 months, they receive the land key. But they stole my whip in the government. Last year, I tell the complete the Sumpa, we are running the man who came there. Two police men from there. One man, one woman, they see what they do to activity I got up. They receive money, they release the people, the man, yeah. The man went to my house here expecting me. And he buy a fire, but they made the road. So I'm telling the police to put my wheelbarrow. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening to you. This is Stephen B. Wilson, and I'm joining from my GSA resident Kolachi.
Go ahead.
Let me say thanks to you for the talking point. I think you make a very salient point, and I, for one, as a physician, cannot shift blame to the Bwaka-led government for that injection because a party that was funded 2005 to be struggling at this time in terms of getting its own party headquarters is troubling. Dues are being paid. A lot of rallies were being, carried out. Even ministers and directors were in positions. They could even rally them around. Even the money they're going to spend right now, though they will spend that money to build a party headquarters, but it's later. But however, let them do it, and we hope that we can have a very new home. And lastly, I just want to end on this note. What I take away from the president speech too, when he came from, not from a former president, we have a Bwaka. I really love that statement he makes. I love it, and I'll be waiting to watch it. The law is the law. Even on my Facebook page, I posted the law is the law. So the law is the law. We are here. Let the law be the law. In criminal case, in corruption, in whatever the law should be the law.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, bro.
What is your name?
I'm Imran Joseph calling for Johnsonville.
Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. Thank God for your saying what you've been saying. Liberia is one of the better countries I was seeing. Our politics is very dangerous. All what you are saying, you can't bring unity party, you can't bring, I will bring them one fight. It's on the president's statement, head of state. No head of state in the world will see this kind of thing happening in a country. We are going to know that that political party get thousands of people following that leader. If they're not president today, to be brave. After you have go use our resources to go for different purposes, we'll probably bring in nothing by him. They will address the nations abroad, but your topic was CDC, party of God should be better as the law is the law. You know the body of law today, you work right? When you look at some people bank get you ruling, you deny it. He took for and carrying to room, Italy. He deny him because for a right, because you want to cajole and carrying to people to do what they want to do behind you. This person is there. They have been wicked on this country who are hearing the truth. And none of them. So generally, I don't want to be talking the truth because they're in the fuck of the president, the executive. They're going to stop this kind of life.
Good evening. I know I love your any part. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Please lower your radio, please.
Yeah. Am I clear?
Go ahead. What is your name?
Okay, I'm Brother Clarence. I do join from a comfort zone rehab.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I love the talking point. It's just that you balance the talking, meaning you spoke in the interest of the present, government, and that of the past government. I mean, it's a shame and disgrace. I just lying down listening to you, laughing ahead. You see, it's a disgrace. So the statement, made today, we are preparing when? Why are you preparing by this
I tell you.
I mean, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. I mean, it's a degrading situation. I mean, to the nation. I mean, Liberia it's just a different country on the planet Earth. You see, so our way of behaving, is very, very unbecoming. You see what the policemen did. So it means that, like what you were saying. I mean, I follow you to the letter. When the recruitment should not be based on how strong you are, but let it go into the community and start to even find out if somebody is about to join the force. Let it find out about the person's behavior in the community. Whether the person is he's a criminal or he has no criminal record, then of course he can be recruited in the force. Because we are talking about Liberia, it's not about individual. You see?
Okay.
So I mean, it's very, very frustrating. Thank you for the show, man.
Thank you so much. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Adi.
What is your name? I'm good. What is your name?
Emmanuel T. calling from Rehab.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I just listening to what you saying. You just saying it, brother. They party out, the Unity Party. The Unity Party. They were opposition. They were opposition. There was no headquarters. The CDC was ruling party. There no headquarters. You see what the people can do, and what the party is saying, we can tell. The people can pay our taxes. You know what I'm saying? Why they carry money? They drain off. Then it's not only CDC one. The Unity Party is ruling now. When they check them all again, you see the same way they renting or they play like they're scratching now. They will move again. So brother would just say the thing. Brother would just say, well, now you want to live thing.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. What is your name?
Chief, thank you so much. My name is George Mova from GSA Road, again, Kifi Camp Community, District number 6, Mozart County. Thank you so much. I just entered in and listened to your conversation about not your conversation. Thank you so much. I heard contact about the party headquarters about CDC or Unity Party, and this morning we'll try about it again. You know what? Our political leader then is in the country. Now CDC one, now Unity Party one, all the political leaders that were in the country for the party because they zero. They won't be resting. They're taking money from the we don't want for the party after today. I called this morning for Unity Party. It happened to CDC today, but it happened to Unity Party before. CDC happened, and I told Unity Party people I say I should not forget. You're for her, you're in power, you're more machine. It happened today to CDC. You have to get your party because I want anytime that come. They start laughing at all. It happened to the party CDC start laughing at all, but now you see now how happy to them that they see them.
Thank you.
Only your we are want to keep them on. I mean, I told them to the now your we are not spend half money to 2 million to pay party to be renting. All of them they can't run. If they lodge your we are. I said you have to say them. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you. Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, Archie, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, thank you for the show.
Lawson?
So I come on this. Yeah, thank you. I come on this K6. Like I said, this is Lawson. Augustine Sagacious Wisdom. So you know, Archie, one thing I can tell politicians that they are not serious. Be it the Unity Party and now the CDC. You see, back in the day, they had a two-wing party. They had a party called the EG Raw. Up to now, if you go there, they say yes. Let me tell you one thing. I think CDC should have learned from the mistake from the Unity Party after Unity Party was drained from that party called in Concord Town.
You gotta shake up a bit. The noise from your background too much.
Okay, sorry. I said, I think CDC should have learned from the mistake for Unity Party after Unity Party was thrown out when the party called around Concord Town. So you see people like Escava Gray, through the summer tour them. These are strategy from the party. When you go to the many houses, it's kind of development. It's more than the party called my brother. I'm telling you, you go somewhere to a house, the glass, you go in the pool, you see a lot of things that you mentioned. The air style, go to Boston. You got a guest house. I mean, the people, they are not serious on themselves. You can say the party make you, but you are not, contributing to the party. Then somebody say, oh, this in lawmaker saying that the right party, oh, you knew that one ever said. Then when somebody gets, I don't know, for 5,000 as a contribution to the party, so you do that. When you pay that bill every year, and you can last for. You understand? So I think I can tell one thing to conclude. If I was solution, by the thing, or my man said, I would tell them never supposed to see your own level again. I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you. 777-907-907, 0777907-907, 887-111-107. We get this quarter. Hello?
Hello, my brother.
What is your name?
My name is Aaron Serva Jr., and I call you from Bemerson Ralphie Highway.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we need total reform of our constitution. It's time now that any city that come up with this, with all the policy or law that they have to go. Because the political party as they should have a party headquarters.
Yeah, but the laws are there. The laws are
yes,
there.
but it happened to the party, right? Citizen was to be around. It's not so two political parties are the Liberians, the CDC, the Union Party, and Real Madrid. So it is time now that we look in different dimensions and see what we can be different persons to power and give them a chance. We try CDC, he fail us. Okay, let's try another person. For me, if any party come like Alexander Cummings, our 100% supporting, that gives me the chance to see what he will bring to the country. And what about these two political parties, CDC and United Party? They are serving the Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you. So we take this minute break and be right back. When we come back, we take our final batch of calls and conclude. Let's take this break.
The top-class vocational and professional institution, the Conduit of Credentials, CAPS, informs the public that it is currently accepting students to study in its grade school and unique catering, hairdressing, tailoring, decoration, and computer programs. Students are given the requisite practical knowledge and skills in exactly those basic things needed for the job market. For our professional programs, CAPS is also accepting students to study in its upgraded programs in computer, electricity, plumbing, light duty driving, procurement and logistics, project proposal writing with basic skills in project design, baseline, monitoring and evaluation, M&E, and psychosocial and trauma counseling programs. Other programs include public speaking and standard English. Our computer students are given additional training in office writing and practices. Hey ladies, come now and study in our catering, hairdressing, and tailoring programs. CAPS, with over 15 years of professional service, our programs are taught by highly trained and experienced facilitators. Academic certificates and diplomas are offered. For our grade school, CAPS is accepting students from nursery up to 12th grade for this school year. Students from 5th to 12th grade are allowed to study one vocational program. For our grade school students, you can take advantage of our catering, hairdressing, computer, and music programs during this vacation period for only $20 United States dollars. CAPS accepts both educated and uneducated people in its vocational school. If you are a lover of plumbing, electricity, air conditioning, and keyboard, you should be on your way to CAPS right away. Visit our campus between the Latter-day Saints Church and the St. Kizito Catholic Church, Cobbs Castle, Pinsville City, or call 0776 5447 1882. Cobbs is the school of the professionals.
Indeed, they are our sponsor 07790790707. I think our final batch of calls, maybe three callers, and it brings us to the end of today's edition of the program, The Round Table, here on Blaze Radio 90.7 with me, Archie C. Bob Yen. Hello.
Hi.
What is your name and where you come from?
Joseph calling.
President, we are not show leadership. What kind of leadership for President? President, we have a show. Well, after he has told people say don't challenge him, he's going to tell you challenge. If the police could make it, we still wish. They're going to beat them to death. Well, the police force is not more than the citizen. The citizen, they are more than the police force. The member in citizen is more than the police. But because of the leadership, President, we are showed to the nation, because you love the nation for peace. The one we get today, nothing happened, the bosses, they go. That one, that bring, that frustration, only one, the landlord, because he the one more frustration, because like, he land is destroyed, now property is destroyed, now city property is destroyed, like property is destroyed, because he could be more than to say, let the people move, I take my property. Without food, your food.
No, you can say that. You can say that. That's his right. Whether his property is destroyed or not, you can use that profanity on him. 0777907 887111107. That get through callers, and we just conclude on today's edition of the program, the Roundtable here on Blaze Radio. So today is the CDC. Tomorrow we see which party it will be. This we saying it is not, we don't hate any party. Neither do we favor. Our interest is the masses, the common people who becomes the victims. Because today, do you know how many CDC? One of the callers said, go to Mobile Model, who was the former chairman, go to the main house. Go and see the main house. Akara's girl who's speaking, go to Akara.
Hello.
What is your name?
I'm calling from Johnson Face. Sadimusa is my name.
Go ahead.
Thank you for your show. You know, I want for you to say CDC forgot about themselves. CDC don't forget about themselves. The people were not looking, CDC were not looking at United Party, that the people were not paying the money, that they got to tell them from there. But CDC were paying the money fully. Fully, CDC were not holding the landlord. CDC knew that they met out, they were dealing with fights. Now they want to question them, now they want to get a land. They decide to deal with the men. I get a place. They were paying money to him again. They say, oh, if you win the case there, you say they pay 2 million. 2 million to 4 million now. And why you say that CDC forget what they said? You think CDC forget what they said? They put bidding down over there. Because they knew that the men would say they play to them. That's why they started to put heavy bidding.
You knew the era is you knew the era was disputed. So you would have been thinking about your next option instead of just hoping on that. So now why they be blaming other people, shifting the blame, other people, let government do that, let government do that.
I'm not blaming no government. I'm not blaming nobody. It's poor. Now, you can tell me say, actually, you say that somewhere, I get land, then you renting from me. Then any day I say, Auntie, I will sell the players to you for $1,000. But because somebody else come on and say you give me $2,000, then I decide to hold the $2,000, then I decide to frustrate you. You think to you now you can really be fun? Well, I agree that I say the person will buy the place. CDC were willing to buy the place from 2 million to 4 million. Even Joseph Baka government now, you want to pay that 4 million now. Then what they taking that 4 million to buy that place? Yeah. Who get the 4 million now? Bro, now instead they will buy that place. They will really see that 4 million and they will give it to the landlord for that place. Thank you for your show.
Thank you. Well, let's get this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Adi.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man, my phone went off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, brother. Wow, I was saying, I said they are leader them. The people like all the party they get time, but they have money. You understand it? Political party get cut off for what? The year I spend there, all the taxes, the president paying. I see when you're the party, they waiting again. They waiting, they forget again, they enjoying. You not get time for our sitting place. Yeah, in district party, district headquarters, they didn't get it. District, they didn't get it. For what? So, brother, we just saying it. We want to go, we depend on.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, brother.
Thank you so much. Well, folks, there's no time. So you're sitting and forget about yourself. And I don't like your business, though. Well, thanks for the calls and contribution. Thanks for the listening and participatory role you play. Join us tomorrow, Tuesday, for another wonderful and superb edition of the program, The Roundtable. My name is Archie C. Bob Yene, always here providing you education and information as it is unfold across Mama Liberia. Have yourself a wonderful night. Remember, don't trouble before trouble troubles you. Good night.